is balancing both things, like the bird that you know. Without balancing the two wings, the bird cannot fly. And we cannot live unless we balance nature, green spirit, and our children. The child is nothing without the environment, and the environment is nothing without human being. So our mother, our sister is balancing, so as we are called to balance as she did. Prevailing over death is the title of this painting. Yes, he's prevailing over these things, the result of drought and desertification. So, the child is narrating the poem. I open my mouth in gladdest tone, telling everyone and everyone to make your high praise known. For with you I prevail and am potent. I will speak to you and plan and plant. With green at the top of my identity, I'll push forward and remain mighty. You see, these guys, their smile is shining like anything. Why? Because they are looking into the future through these young siblings. And the poem goes like this. Through you I can see a bright future. I grant you the noblest character. Through you I can see a healthy nation. Through you I can see a creative citizen. You are God's masterpiece. Get my recognition. You teach righteousness for certain. That's a repetition. It is very clear. Our children are surrounded by many wolves. I tried to put these wolves, but if we join our hands with passion, then we can make a difference. Desertification as a beast is here, global warming as a beast is here, but if we plant a tree amidst his open jaw and let the tree grow, wow, what will be the result? Aha, let's get up and plant. I sketched this long ago. I tried to balance. The message is similar. Balancing the child and the plant. Yes, there is a language which is life-giving, yet the most despised. The language of the beautiful landscape, the smell, the music of nature. They are all in threat. Of course, we will all agree one thing is very true. Life is in threat. How about if we act carefully, with passion? Things will be changed like what we have seen by the end of the slide. Thank you very much. Of course, you have been around. I have displayed around 35 paintings. By the time you repeat to approach them, they will be telling you something new. So keep touring and watching. Thank you very much again.
Thank you, Mr. Haptowell. Now the artist presented how we combat the LDD in a green way, thinking by the heart and the brain. We have to change the brain first of all. So if you have any comments and queries to our artist or to my presentation, you are welcome. Please. So Abdul, please come here and then to answer some questions, because the imaginary for us, yeah. So if any question, so. I have to.
Yeah.
Please.
Is it for me?
Yeah. I am from Arid Forest Research Institute, Jodhpur, in Western Rajasthan, India only. There are two presentations and well organized, narrating about the actions and about Eritrea, and the paintings, well conceived and appealing too. My small query is कि whatsoever subsidized material or assets we are providing to the villagers, either they are using that beneficially or only as assets, it is lying in their houses. Because in most of the cases, the assets are like as assets only. Villagers are put in their house and again go to the forest and cut the tree or take fuels from forest only, and the cookers and solar systems remains idle in their houses. So how it is working in Eritrea?
The wolf.
It was about the assets that are given to the villagers, isn't it? So is it concerning for me? Had it been with the related to the exhibition? Yes.
Anything?
Sile zey barhatulli.
Yeah.
Either stoves,
About the solar.
solar cookers,
Yeah.
Others, whatsoever assets are provided to the villagers, either they are using it efficiently or it remains idle, and the villagers are going to the forest and they are collecting fuel wood from the forest and utilizing as earlier they were using.
So the solar cooker is a new innovation because we have plenty of solar, as you know, in the tropical countries. So this they have invented because they know the problem encountering in our country. So they innovated it, but still it is not disseminated. But we tested it, and as you have seen, a lady was cooking. And they used it, the one which was used for cooking in Jera as the improved stove, it was using firewood. From the indigenous one, it saved 50% firewood. But this one, 0 use of firewood. So this, if we this disseminate to the farmers, so the fire cutting for the trees will be stopped because they have to cook. And then there is also another accessories with that one. They have mobile charging and all this kettle boiling, and so if we can display it, we can see it. It is well, but we have to disseminate it. And then the cooking material used is aluminum, not foil. Aluminum foil for the solar cookers, you know, we have aluminum foil already used on, and some of them they use glass with a closed box, but this one uses solar directly, and then there is a reception, and then a battery charged there. So they use it for cooking, and it worked well. And then the aluminum thickness was very light, and it uses about 600 watt or something like that. It's very low. But the one was above 1,000, the stove, the bigger one. So it's saving energy. Even the solar energy is saved, and then it's quick. And the plate is aluminum. So we wanted this one a fund to disseminate, and then on the way when it is dispersed also with the users, we might see some improvements. But we have to disseminate what we have now, so far now. That's what we are saying. Still, we didn't get fund for that. But it can be used anywhere where they use firewood. Even in India, they use firewood. In Africa, they use firewood, are cutting in many places. So to save the green one, we have to disseminate this one.
It is in the process, or it is a proposal?
No, proposal is by now we are proposing to prepare. now.
Okay.
Yeah, we are
Thank
not
you.
yet prepared the proposal. The concept is not prepared.
Okay.
But we are telling to our partners what to do, what is the way forward already. So who will fund it, whether with a green climate fund might be coming, or any other with drought resilience may be coming. We don't know who will be positively answered to our queries.
Thank you.
Any question? Please.
Yeah, thank you very much. It had been a great eye-opener in the sense that the love for nature and the love for the next generation and the young generation which is today, and your heart which is crying for that next, the loved, our young kids and the next people who are going to come to this earth. I really appreciate the way you have expressed all your feelings of love with the Mother Earth and with our young kids. It is really remarkable, outstanding contribution from you serving the society. And I feel that the message which you are trying to give through these paintings, brilliant paintings, to the masses in the language in which the alarm which you are sirening through the paintings to the masses, that they should protect the Mother Earth by planting, greening, by doing everything which is possible, and how grim is the situation and how urgent actions are required to be taken. I really salute to all your feelings and love. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. These are the feelings the smile, the comments, that could be changed into a color and I can put them on canvases and then we can make a difference in the coming generations. I need your feeling, your tears. I can change them into colors. Nothing is more important than good comment and good tears. One thing very important to know is I'm just looking for a team. I want to create a team, not only me, but everybody wants to create a team of artists so that we can redesign, repaint, beautify them, add something, and then tour around the world in the colleges and the universities and make a difference in the lives of the coming generation and in our life as well. Thank you very much.
Any comments or questions, please? We wanted to gather more comments from you so as to improve our way of combating the LDD.
Somebody's raising his hand there. Give him mic.
Okay.
Good evening, sir. My question is regarding Asmara solar powered stove. So I have a question regarding if this stove is going to be introduced in India. So what will be the energy level that is going to be there in the stove? Because in India, there are several curries or several food that needs to be cooked on a high level of heat. So what will be the heat production on that particular stove? And if someone is going to be, as in if this stove is going to be work on solar power, so what will the person do during the night time? How will that person cook during the night time? Because if somebody cooks at even after the afternoon during time, so the food is going to be spoiled. So what will happen then? Because if someone who cannot afford a simple gas, he cannot even afford a refrigerator. So what will be your take on that particular part?
Yeah. As you have seen in the drawing in this presentation, it has a battery. During the day, like a sort of photovoltaic battery, let's say. It's a battery that attached. The battery during the day it is charged. During the day, at the same time charging, at the same time they are cooking. So during the night, there are a lot of accessories. For light, there is there. For battery charging of this mobile is there. So everything is there. As I said, it might be improved on the way, with technical engineering people. That one is practical person who has done it and it works by his side. But efficiency and all cost-wise, everything can be improved on the way when it is disseminated. But let's start. As he said, in India, it's good to use it because I mentioned India also in the rural areas, they use firewood because it will be easier for them to have it. Some people, they cannot afford to buy gas or kerosene or whatever it is, but firewood nearby, they can cut it, the dry wood, and they can use it. So if we are going to save the wood, then we can jointly even think with some Indian experts, engineers, jointly to do it. What will be our portion and what will be the portion to Eritrea, then we can agree. It's no problem. We want it to be disseminated, or any partners can disseminate it, but these people who innovated it must get benefit something. They have to benefit some. Then this percent will be for you, and this percent will be sold for the community, so we can arrange it with the partners if there is a fund available. So don't worry, because we brought it here to be disseminated for our partners everywhere. Even the stove is disseminated early on, our improved stove. It's given in the website of the UNCCD, it is there, and the design is given. We didn't charge it anybody. But we need, this one has some gadgets that has to be bought from outside, not produced in Eritrea. For this, we need some investment on that one. So we need some supporters.
A little bit to add. Like what Shakespeare said, and my painting also saying like that. outside, the question is very clear: to be or not to be, to live or not to live, to die or to celebrate life. So in our case, especially in our country, half of the country is almost consumed by the desert. Desert is growing like anything. For you, it seems to be like a story. But in our case, we need to be flexible. We need to bring something new. For example, you said in India, there are types of food that needs a lot of energy. Then, in the future, you need to think about it. Instead of eating that, suppose, let me give you an example, very clear example. In our country, we eat sprout. Sprouts, they can be boiled with a lot of heat, consuming so many coal and firewood. And at the same time, that thing could be stayed on a wet area, and we get sprout and add some lemon and some spice, and we eat it without affecting the environment, without cutting for firewood. So we need to be flexible. You are the new generation that have the very fast brain. Instead of going after so many different to be or not to be. It's needless to mention the rest.
Yes, you know, is chapati, the bread that they are baking here in India. We have seeker chapati. It's a big seeker. It needs more firewood than the chapati requires. So it's similar. The culture, you know, in the third world is very similar. Either it's porridge, or it is chapati, or it is any bread. Injera, we call it also another one. All can be cooked in this one. So it can be applied anywhere. Even some people also, they innovated, you know, how to cook rice in such. And I don't know, they covered it and then they used, as mentioned earlier, in the solar box cooker, you just paint the dishes in black, and then you put them. It can boil up to 120 degrees centigrade, only by solar. It's big heat. So solar energy is very big resource that we have in the third world here around the tropical areas. We can use it.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Please. Oh, so now I get it.
Thank you very much. My name is Godrich from Zimbabwe.
After
That was quite inspiring. Thank you very much. I'm quite impressed with the solar technology. And also to respond to our young men here by giving him an example. Alexander Bell, when he invented the telephone, he never thought of the cell phones of today. He never thought of the Instagrams, the Wi-Fi, the Facebook and everything. But he started from somewhere. Eritrea started from somewhere. I'm only appealing to the rest of us to take this stick further and see how we can make it better. We are losing the earth. It's our responsibility to save it. Thank you.
Okay, Chagala.
it's going.
Give her.
Thank you very much for both presenters. Very good work from Eritrea. We are very grateful. In fact, we are happy that we managed to come to listen to this. Just one question to Harry. Your president, you know, the policy level, involvement of policy level is very important. The top person in your country, the president, gave the directive for the green campaign.
Yeah.
Is it because you, not you as Erui, but maybe the technical people, is it that you briefed him? Did you talk to him, or was it from himself as a person? Or was it the technical people who talked to him and he internalized and decided to do something about it? That's important for us to also learn. If you talk to him, what did you tell